Welcome to the third annual Halloween Spooktacular. ... in space. This is a special one-shot event hosted by the Loot Dummies. Now sit back, turn your lights down low, and prepare for a spooky event unlike no other. Welcome back to this year's Halloween Spooktacular in Space. This is the second and final part of our Halloween one-shot. We hope you are enjoying so far. If you are enjoying this format with me, Taylor, as your Dungeon Master, and Seth and Sam as your main player characters, then check out our Patreon, patreon.com/lootdummies. We have another campaign going with that exact setup, with me as your Dungeon Master in a homebrewed world that I've cooked up, just like you were listening to here, and Seth and Sam as your main characters. On that campaign, we're going to have other people come in and out to play little bit parts and different player characters that intersect with the stories of Seth and Sam, who play Phineas and Frindolin. So check that out, patreon.com/lootdummies. And thank you so much for listening. If you're enjoying this, at the end of the show, please leave us a rating and a review on your favorite podcast app. Subscribe, tell a friend, all that good stuff. Thanks, and let's get back into it. On the first part of our Spooktacular in Space, we met our two-player characters, Thraskin the Chase, played by Seth, a strange Thrykean mantis-like humanoid, and Scoreblorb, a mix between a pug dog and an anglerfish, played by Sam. We met our party on board the Lost Sparrow, auditioning to become two new pirates on the Lost Sparrow's crew, captained by Maldine. A job comes in, Maldine quickly accepts. It's a two-man job, and sends Thraskin and Scoreblorb out on the mission alone as a sort of test to prove their worth and see if they're worthy of joining the Lost Sparrow's crew. As they arrive on board this strange research vessel called the Mindful Miner, they're greeted by a droid who lets them inside. Once inside, they find dead bodies in evacuation suits and signs of a past evacuation. While making it through the first level of the research vessel, they are attacked by 3 phase spiders who blink into existence and corner them in a long hallway. After defeating the spiders, they find a room with an escape hatch and a different-looking body, a person in an astronaut suit, who is interacting with a control panel when it looks like the cables from the control panel stuck through the body, killing this engineer. Next, they find a small escalator platform. Scoreblorb is able to hack into the panel, and they use the escalator to ride up. Inside, they find an engine room with an astronaut sitting at a desk with its back facing towards our party. And that is where we're going to pick up here. As you get super close to the mask, you can see inside, and you see a gruesome scene. You see 2 bloody eye sockets and a mouth black with some sort of thick sludge. It appears to just be hanging open as all 3 orifices on this thing's face behind this screen have been removed, and the engineer is definitely dead.
You know, I just realized we didn't really investigate the other guys' bodies for how they died. They could have been like this on all of them.
Thraskin doesn't really grin because he has an exoskeleton and mandibular face hole, but he
I love it.
He kind of grins and cocks his head and leans towards Scoreblorb, and he goes, not speaking in Thrykean, he telepathically says, "Why couldn't the astronaut put the helmet on her head?"
Because she dead?
Because she didn't have enough space.
Scorblorb is like, it takes him a long time to get this one. You know the sloth from Zootopia
Mm-hmm.
that slowly gets the joke? Scorblorb is that guy in this moment. I won't make y'all endure it, but it's going to be a few minutes before he really reacts.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, Thraskin is fascinated, so he pulls the helmet off.
Oh no. Don't pull the helmet
As you
off.
pull the helmet off, you see the room itself come to life. The control panel lights up. The server behind you starts whirring to life. And 4 of these thick electrical cables that are scattered about the room stand up on their ends like cobras. 2 of them instantly wrap around the shoulders of the dead engineer and extend down the arms, sparking out like large electrical whips. And the other 2 cables wrap around the body, the lower torso, and lift the engineer up off the ground like some sort of sick Doc Ock creature. And we need to roll initiative again.
That's really good.
God, have you ever seen Event Horizon?
I don't know that I have.
The most terrifying media I've ever consumed in my entire life, and I'm starting to be concerned. 2 nat 20s? What do I get for 2 nat 20s? I don't really know.
You get to go first, that's for sure.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I'm jealous.
What a waste.
I
I get
don't know.
advantage on initiative, and I rolled 2 nat 20s.
Oh, you get advantage? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Advantage on initiative is awesome.
It is bizarre.
What did you get, Sam?
I got a 9.
Okay, it rolled a 15. So, Thraskin, you are going to be up first as you see this fucking mangled body of this engineer picked up by electrical cords and sparking and lunging towards you.
I see. How far away from me is it?
You're right by it. You took its helmet off.
Okay.
Ooh, spooky music.
So, as a bonus action, Thraskin is going to cast Booming Blade.
Come on,
At which
Thraskin.
point, he's going to try to whack this thing with his stick. Right in its gooey, orificeless head. Dirty 20.
There we go.
That's just a hit.
Okay, so that is a hit. And so that will be... So multiple things are about to happen. Alright, so let's roll damage. Okay, so 4 damage. Now,
Okay.
it also is going to be affected by the Crusher effect.
Okay.
So it is going to be moved back away from me 5 feet. Okay.
Okay, does it get to make a save or just automatically?
Nope, it's moved.
Its
Okay.
AC was its save.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a small room y'all are in, by the way.
Yeah, this is... The panels in this whole map are very deceiving.
Thraskin is going to stretch out one of his small hands, and he is going to telekinetically shove the astronaut away from him, and that will be a strength saving throw, DC 15.
Okay. Let's roll it up. Oh, rolled a 19 on the die, so it's saved.
Okay. So it will save that, and then how far away is it from me right now?
5 feet.
Okay. So that will be the end of Thraskin's turn.
Okay. Next up is this corrupted engineer's turn. And it raises one hand above its head and says, "Welcome, travelers.
Nope, don't like that.
More body parts to collect."
Oh, okay.
If it moves 5 feet, something happens to it. I'll explain if it moves.
Okay. It is not going to move since it's only 5 feet away. It's going to swing one of these cable whips off of its right hand at you in an attempt to hit you with a melee attack. It's got a 10-foot reach.
Oh.
Ooh, rolled a 22 to hit.
That's a miss. It hits.
It does 13 slashing damage.
Ooh.
And 8 lightning damage.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. All right. Now we're getting to the scary
Taking
stuff.
elemental absorption.
And then it's going to take another swing at you with its left arm.
Oh.
Oh, you got a 24 to hit.
Oh, that might hit.
It does 7 slashing damage and only 2 lightning damage.
So 9 total damage.
9 total damage.
Eesh.
But as its bonus action, you see this thing shake all over, and all of the cables, the server, the control panels, everything get overloaded with a power surge. And I need both of you guys to make a dex saving throw.
Oh.
All right. I'm just gonna roll it. I'm just gonna roll it straight. Damn it! Should have used my thing.
16.
8.
Okay. 16 is a save.
8. I'm sure that's a fail.
8 is a fail. Oh man, I rolled really high. Scorblorb, you're going to take 22 lightning damage. And Thraskin, you take half of that.
22.
Oh,
We're in trouble.
my.
You take 11 lightning damage as electricity and glass comes flying through the entire room like a bomb went off as all of the electrical energy in the room overloads.
Oh. Okay.
Scorblorb, you are up.
Okay, so just like mechanically, can I target the like whipping things, or is this just like they're animating him? There's not extra ones whipping around. It's just holding him up, right?
They're holding him up. You could target him. You can target him.
But there's not extra ones whipping around the room. We're not dealing with like multiple.
You're not dealing with multiple ones. That just happened was like an ability that it only can do a limited amount of times, where it takes over everything.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. What is this? Is this my? Yeah, that takes my action, but I am going to do it. Okay, so Scorblorb is gonna jump up on this console here. And he's gonna say, "Time for blood, Thraskin!" And he is going to cast Heroism at 2nd level, so it affects both of us. And what that will do is at the start of every turn, we will get 5 temporary hit points.
Sheesh.
As long as I can maintain
concentration.
It doesn't stack, so it's, you're kind of counting on taking a little damage each turn and just knocking off that damage a little bit.
That's cool.
So that's what I'm going to do as my action, and then as my bonus action, Scrap is inspired as well, and he is going to run up and try to bite him.
Okay, what does it look like when Scrap tries to bite? You didn't really describe Scrap in super detail.
Okay, I didn't get super detailed. So he's got like a kind of round core. He's all exposed, like C-3PO from the first episode 1. Like all his wires and bolts and stuff, and he's just kind of a hodgepodge of different equipment. He does have kind of a uniform theme of plates. They're all like plates you would find in like a construction area, so they're like thick metal orange plates. He's got just kind of a spheroid body with like these 4 awkward legs coming off of it, kind of piston-y legs, and then he's got like a gangly short little neck joint with this little head with very C-3PO eyes, scanning sort of eyes, and then his teeth are just nuts, bolts, screws, washers, just everything, just this assortment of various scrap materials to make this really kind of gnarly mouth. It's like big and wide, like a big wide smile.
Anglerfishy, kinda.
Yeah, it's kind of endearing when Scrap's like acting like a dog, but it's super intimidating when he is attacking.
Okay, sorry. So he's gonna bite.
27 to hit, 12 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna burn another Arcane Jolt to heal either me or Thraskin, depending on how much damage Thraskin has taken. What's your HP, Thraskin?
41 out of 83.
Okay, I'm gonna heal Thraskin. 2d6. Ooh, a 6 and a 3, 9. Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay, next up is Thraskin.
Hey.
Go ahead and give yourself 5 temp HP.
I already did.
Alright.
Okay. So, Thraskin has got a little buddy in between him and the enemy, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Scrap have any immunities?
No. Charmed, exhausted, poisoned. If you got poison damage, he's immune to poison. He's a robot.
Oh, okay. But none of the rest of us are.
No, and it's a very small room.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Right. Thraskin is going to run up to this guy and using Shillelagh, he's gonna whack him. 11 to hit.
You gonna whack him?
Jesus, fuck off.
Oh, you missed again.
That's my whole turn.
No bonus action?
That was my bonus action.
Oh, to cast the Shillelagh.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay. All right. The astronaut is up. The corrupted engineer, and he is going to first take a swing out with one of his cable lashes at Scrap. And he got a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
He does 10 slashing damage.
Ooh.
And 9 lightning damage.
Oh. Okay.
And then he's going to, with his right arm, take a swing at Thraskin, who's right up in his grizzle as well. And he only rolled a 10 to hit.
That's good.
Okay. Anybody who's within 5 feet melee range needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
I think I'm more than 5 feet.
14.
14 is a save, so you take
Oh, my little
2 lightning damage. What about Scrap?
Oh, that's great. Okay, so he's got a +6. Gosh. That's great. Sorry, Scrap's a little custom sometimes. 25.
All right, so he saves, so he takes 2 lightning damage as well. He rolled a 5.
Okay, that's not that bad.
And that was like a static charge, basically, right around the corrupted engineer, coming off of him in like a little 5-foot orb. And next up is Scorblorb.
Okay. So I'm going to shoot twice with Ethel, and then I have a brilliant idea.
Oh boy.
Okay.
25 should be a hit, so that is
That's
a
it.
10 damage, and then a natural 1. Damn it. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to have Scrap use. It says he can use any action if I use my bonus action. I'm going to have him use the help action to give Thraskin advantage on his attacks. So I'm going to have him like help Thraskin, and I'm going to say, like, grab the cables, hold them in place so the insect can hit him. And that's the end of my turn. But it'll give Thraskin advantage.
Okay. Can you do anything else?
No. Two attacks as my action and a bonus action thing.
Okay. Thraskin, you are up.
Make sure you get yourself your temp HP. And did you get the 9 HP I healed you last time?
I did now. Okay, so the axe is going to move up next to the astronaut, the dancing item, and then using booming blade, I'm gonna try to whack him with a quarterstaff.
All right, you have advantage.
So 18 to hit.
That hits.
I'll roll it again in case it's 20.
You never know.
Not. So
We've had it happen before.
18. So the damage will be 4 damage, and then he is moved back away from me 5 feet.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, he goes crashing into the edge of the control panel here.
And then the axe will reach out and whack him. So that'll be 14 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. Okay, not very high AC.
Oh. And that'll be a D10 plus 4. So that'll be 9 damage.
Nice.
And then if he moves 5 feet, he's in trouble. And then am I in opportunity of attack range right here?
No, you could move.
Okay, and then Thraskin is going to zoom back here to the back of the room, back to the doorway. And that will be the end of my turn.
You come back around to the corrupted engineer's turn, and this time you see he begins to raise up a little bit higher, and you get a good look at this mangled face. It's missing both eyes, has blood dripping down and dried from the bottom of its eye sockets. Its mouth kind of hangs agape. It looks like its tongue is missing. And it speaks again, and it says,
"You can't make it out of here. I'm the station. I'm in the station. I am the station."
and it's going to take another cable lash at Scrap in front of him. Ooh, roll flow. He missed on his first attack, and he is going to try again. And that time he rolled an 18 to hit.
Alright, that'll hit.
It does 8 slashing damage and 7 lightning damage for a total of 15 to Scrap.
Scrap's hurting.
And Scorblorb, it will be your turn.
Interesting. Really weird mechanics if he dies. If he dies, then I can use my Smith's tools to repair him, expending a spell slot, and then 1 minute later he returns with all his hit points. So like he can totally die, and I can just bring him back with a spell point.
That's amazing.
But if he doesn't die, Mending heals him hit points, and Mending's a cantrip. So I could just cast Mending a few times and he'd be
Oh,
back
cool. So it costs you a spell slot, which is valuable.
Yeah. So I'm going to have... I'm going to shoot him twice, and I'm actually going to have him kind of corner this guy in the corner and get up on him. But for my bonus action, he is going to use his repair feature that he can do 3 times a day and heal a couple d8s plus 4. So let me see here. So that's 12 HP back to him.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's going to heal up a little bit, offset some of that, and then I'm going to shoot him twice with Ethel, because I can do that.
Okay.
Natural 20, let's go.
Ooh, baby. Y'all needed
Good roll, 15.
15 damage. Whew, okay. He's still alive, but he's hurting.
Ooh, another good roll, 27 to hit.
Yeah, just it's barely.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Arcane Jolt that I've been using to heal us to do extra damage this time. So I'm going to roll... That's 11 damage plus another 2d6. Ooh, 9 more damage. Pumping it. Scorblorb sends in the robot, but the robot's actually trying to like repair itself with its little scraps, trying to do like R2-D2 and like fix itself. And he just takes Ethel and aims down the sights for once, and is like, and just blasts this guy right in the chest.
And that is enough. You finish this corrupted engineer, and he falls lifeless to the ground. The cables shut down, and this room actually kind of goes dark.
Nice. Gotta say, I'm the artificer's pretty ballin'.
Pretty stout. Thraskin is absolutely over the moon because the thing is dead. He excitedly runs over the control panel and he gets to the keyboard and he looks over at Scorblorb and he says, "Where did keyboards go to have dinner?" "The space bar."
Scoreboard gets this one quickly and is immediately like, "You're funny."
Excited by the laughter, Thraskin casts Bardic Inspiration on his buddy Scorblorb.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
As he casts Bardic Inspiration, and you get your little extra 1d10 to hang on to, a mote of potential shaped like a shining star pops out of Scorblorb and starts floating around him. That mote of potential, depending on whether you use the Bardic Inspiration on an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, will have additional things happen once you use that Bardic Inspiration die.
That's cool. Is that just like a bard feature?
Yeah, it's the class of creation.
Nice.
So on an ability check, you can roll it again. You can re-roll the d10. On an attack roll, the little mote explodes, and the target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it must succeed on a con save or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled on the bardic die. And if you do a saving throw with the mote, then the creature using the die, you, gains temporary hit points equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die plus 3.
Ooh, that one's nice.
Yeah, so up to 13 temp HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I got a little golden D10 out here for me.
Nice.
Physical die to represent it.
I figured you would do something of the sort. Thraskin's excited. There's another dead astronaut.
So did the consoles power down when you die? You said the whole place went kind of quiet.
Yeah, this room powered down.
Scorpion will kind of fiddle with the keyboard for a second, see if he can get things to boot back up.
Okay, it seems unresponsive.
Seems like the whole place is fried. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Thraskin says, "Scorblorb.
Yeah.
Why are we here?"
"Oh, yeah, we're looking for this stuff." And he pulls it out again, just totally not bothered at all by the repeated question.
That stuff. Is it in here?
I don't know. I'm not seeing. He kind of kicks over a random cable like it's going to be underneath there.
Thraskin looks for a power button or a cable to reconnect or anything. He's trying to find out anything.
Yeah, same.
Okay, y'all both give me investigation checks in this room. It's a pretty small room, so it'll just have it cover everything in the room.
Ooh. 27.
Wow.
I'm not even going to say mine.
So as you guys are poking around, it doesn't seem that anything's really responsive. You can, with your kind of tinkering expertise, you can get things to kind of blink on, but nothing of interest. It just seems like whatever energy was in this room has left. And you do notice that this astronaut, this engineer, has a transponder, and he also, with that high of a roll, he has a little security clearance tag that has a number 3 printed on it.
Oh, 3rd floor. Let's grab it.
Thraskin immediately pushes the button.
Evacuation. I knew they shouldn't have brought that thing on board. As soon as we started the fucking testing, it didn't seem right. Please tell my family that I love them and I'm sorry. I knew that this wasn't right from the beginning.
And it cuts off.
Oh my, Thraskin's just skittering and chittering, and he's just like, oh, the bloody man says the word love.
Oh my. Oh my, so twisted. While Scoreboard was just kind of paying attention to, figuring this room out and messing with stuff, Scrap kind of comes over to him, kind of limping a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, sorry there, buddy. I'm gonna get you fixed up here." And I'll cast Mending a few times. It shouldn't take much to get him back up. I don't know if I have 10 minutes to get him back up, because it's 2d6 per, and he's down like 25 HP.
With that, Thraskin's over there gently touching the different empty orifices with his quarterstaff in the astronaut's face.
It's just going.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah. I rolled 5 sets, and that was plenty to get him back up to max. So if we spend 5 minutes, he'll get there.
Okay.
So he'll just kind of tinker on him for a bit. Just get you fixed up, buddy. Do.
What's your HP looking like?
Mine's not great. I'm at 42 out of 70.
Thraskin sees you mending Scrap, and he's like, "Oh, I can do that too." And he comes skittering over to Scoreboard there, and he casts Cure Wounds, which will be 35 HP at level 2.
Ooh, there we go. Oh, that's enough to get me back up to max. You're not gonna heal yourself?
Scoreboard or Thraskin is going to drink he's got a little potion with him. He's just gonna sit there and stick his little mandible tentacle whiskers out of his mouth and down into the bottle and suck up all the nectar of the potion.
That's a disturbing image.
Well, you asked.
I don't think I did ask, actually. I asked if you were going to use Cure Wounds on yourself. You offered that freely.
That's right. That's right.
You asked.
Oh, you asked. Okay, so I guess my question is, when we were on the elevator, did it have buttons for 3?
No, it was kind of like an escalator, like moving stairs, like escalators.
Yeah, okay. So it just went from first to second. So we don't even necessarily know how to get to the 3rd floor that this guy's badge indicates. So yeah, I would totally find another door to go through if there was one.
Okay. As you approach, there is another airlock door. As you go to open it, it slides right open. And what you see next is a hallway, and it looks like it on all sides are covered in terrariums, like maybe they were growing their own food or they were conducting research on plants and different animals that might be found in water. And you see that this entire hallway has flooded, and as this airlock opens, a little bit of water spills into this room that you're in.
Gross.
But you see a straight hallway in front of you.
I'd like to hold up my lantern revealing, kind of shine, or not hold it up, it's on my visor. Kind of just tap the side of my head and shine into the room, check everything out.
You don't see anything. You do with that. You see some of these sparking cables sparking near the sides of the hallway, but it doesn't look like they are touching the water from what you can see.
Still scary as hell.
And this room is really dark. It's basically just lit by some flashing red lights and the occasional spark.
God. Well, buddy, what do you think? Should we go in here?
Oh yeah. Go. Blood and love. Let's go.
Are there like places to stand throughout it, or is it just water?
For you, it's going to be like neck deep water. For Thraskin, it's probably about waist deep.
I'm going to activate my jetpack and fly over it and hover.
Okay. How far can you move like that? Just indefinitely?
absurd amount. Let me see
That's
here.
so cool.
You can use the boots to fly for up to 4 hours all at once or in several short flights, each one using a minimum of 1 minute.
Oh, cool.
If you're flying when in, so I mean 4 hours. I mean, if this takes us 30 minutes to get through, it's still have plenty left for the night.
Okay, Thraskin, what are you gonna do?
Just follow Scorblorb.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
Scrap doesn't like it. He'll get up like as high as he can to try to keep his belly out of it.
Scorblord's just slopping through. Like it ain't no thing,
Okay.
really.
Okay, as you enter this room, you move about 15 feet down to the end of this hallway, and you see it turns to the left in an L shape.
Turn to the left.
I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Thraskin may be chaotic evil.
You guys keep going, and Scorblorb kind of hovering above. Right as you get near the end of the water, like right where you're standing there, one of the electrical cables whips down and hits the surface of the water. And I need anybody who's in the water to make a dexterity or constitution saving throw.
For Scrap.
Oh no.
He's pretty good at con, actually. Got a +6 on con. 19.
19, that's passed.
17.
Nice.
All right, those both save. So you guys take a little jolt as you hop to the end of the hallway and make it out of this hall. Both take 2 lightning damage.
Too shabby.
Scorblorb and the dancing axe are hovered above and manage to make it out. You come to a dry spot, and you see kind of just a mundane little hallway section ahead of you with really not a lot going on.
Alright, proceeding down it. We ain't scared.
I ain't scared of no ghosts from hell on a spaceship.
To the left of you, Scorblorb, as you make it to the end of this hallway, you seem to be in a relatively calm spot here, and you see what appears to be an elevator shaft.
Oh.
Going up or down?
It looks like it's going up.
Alright, here we go. 3rd floor. Stuff you want's always at the top.
Yes.
You know, a real pro just cuts in from the top, but since it's a test for the captain, we'll do it his way.
Oh, Thraskin is just playing his song of songs, man. He's just jamming on the Volcoon. He's click clacking the jangly bits on his tauntaun as he's thumping the leather. He's got his hand drum in between his legs, occasionally slapping that with his third arm, the fourth arm that's free.
His third arm!
His third arm is squeezing the air bladder on the Volcoon. He's just jamming.
God.
He's kind of bobbing his head. His
so
shoulders
much.
are kind of going opposite of what his head is doing. And his little exoskeleton butt's wiggling.
Scorblorb doesn't really have ears because he's like a semi-aquatic creature, so he really just mostly feels the thumps. But he's feeling it. He's jiving.
Oh yeah.
Okay, is the elevator activatable with the press of a button, or is it going to require some tinkerage?
As you approach the panel,
Authorization required. Please present your level 3 badge.
I whip it out.
ding! Elevator lights up, and the whole platform that you're standing on inside this room begins to lift up as you make it to level 3. You see a final airlock in front of you at the top of the elevator, and it opens. It opens into a very large room. You've been in kind of close quarters this entire time. You open into a room. It's about 100 feet long by 50 feet wide, and this is very obviously a research lab. It's covered in test tubes and tables with computers and gyms. The name of this substation is the Mindful Miner. The droid told you when you got here. So it looks like a lot of mining equipment, mineral testing equipment, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Gorbler will pull out the hologram of what we're looking for. He'd be like, all right, remember, this one, and this one. I'll go over here, you go over there. Holler if you find something that looks like this.
Thraskin and Seth don't know what any of this one's look like.
We need like research tools, like generic looking like briefcases and like test equipment and stuff. And then the one thing is like a creepy black goo.
So Thraskin starts looking for the creepy black goo.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense, because Scorbler will be looking for little cases and stuff and kind of organizing them in the middle of the room, gathering things that look like they'd be useful and valuable.
Does Thraskin see any creepy black goo?
Thraskin, as you get to about right where you're standing, you do see this little pile of black goo, and it's about right here on the middle of the ground. And it looks like it's like moving like rhythmically, like something's dripping onto it. And as your eyes trace the drips upward, you see that the ceiling is covered in this moving, inky black swirling goo. And this massive black tentacled entity drops down from the ceiling. It's covered in a black smoke that hides its form. You see body parts of human researchers, eyeballs, legs, feet, hands, arms, heads, sticking out of this thing as its appearance changes from second to second. And you hear a telepathic voice inside your head that says,
I told you, I'm in the ship. I am the ship. And you will now be part of me.
and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, snap.
17.
Oh, we got a bad initiative. We got a 6. What was your initiative, Scorblorb?
21.
All right. Okay, that is a big break for you guys. As you
Especially
guys both
since I'm out of position.
are going to get to go before this thing. So it is right in the middle of this room. It's 100 by 40. Thraskin's pretty close to this thing, about 10 feet away, and Scorblorb is looking for these research materials. Scorblorb, you are up.
Good, yes. Okay. I guess, first off, can I make a check to see if I have any idea what this thing might be?
Yeah, you can make a check.
Okay. I'll just do a raw intelligence.
Yeah, it's some sort of alien entity, is all you know.
Well, that's a natural one. Scoreboard was like, what the hell is this? But he knows that right out the gate, it's not something to F around with. So here's what he's going to do. He's going to run
no doubt
over
about that.
next to Scrap. And he's going to say, yeah, I'm going to do this. He's going to say, time to pull out the big guns. Meet BGBRTA. Or as I like to call her, Big Bertha. And as he's saying that, he's pulling out this rectangular like rod, and he sticks it onto the top of Ethel, and then he sticks Lucy under the front of the rod, and then he grabs this pack from his back with these big blue lines on it and sticks it in the top, and they begin like glowing really brightly and charging up and whirring. And I'm going to unleash mechanically a lightning bolt from a wand of lightning bolt, but flavor wise, it's Big Bertha and a big
Bertha,
blast.
baby.
Yeah, so that is 8d6. He needs to make, it's a DC 15 dex save.
Okay. He doesn't have any kind of like proficiency on that or
Oh,
anything.
good. And I rolled rocks. Well, no, a couple ones.
Oh, he rolled a nat too. Fails.
Oh, okay, so he takes all 29 lightning damage.
29!
Just
Go.
this laser blast through him.
Beautiful.
So that is my action.
As you hit it, you see body parts and blood seem to come out of this strange black entity.
I
Oh,
freaking love it.
blood.
Blood.
Actually, because of the way y'all are positioned, some of the blood like splatters across Thraskin's body.
Oh, he just looks like he's in ecstasy.
My Lanta. Let me double check something here. Okay, I'm actually gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's my turn. I'm gonna move a little bit closer, but not like dangerously close. Okay, that's my turn.
So let me ask this:
And I'm keeping Big Bertha out, by the way.
how tall is this?
Oh man, it's pretty big. It's about it's pretty accurate what you're seeing, but it's hard to gauge because the nature of this thing itself is like you can't tell if it's fucking with your mind or if it's ever changing. It's like shrinking and growing. Like I'm talking like by the split second. It's a true eldritch Hey, let me use. It's a non-Euclidean creature.
Non-Euclidean.
Not adhering to the physics of our normal world. Very Lovecraftian.
Can Thraskin tell if the lightning hurt it?
Make like a perception check, maybe.
Okay.
Or you could make
Nope, I'm great with that.
Okay.
He's like, no.
I have advantage on
Great
that.
bonus on that.
17.
Okay, yeah, it looks like it took the full brunt of that. I mean, like I said, it's really fucking with your mind, but yeah, you can kind of deduce after a couple seconds that, yeah, it hurt it.
All right, a bunch of things are about to happen. All right, Thraskin is going to run away to the other side of the room.
Who would have thought being spread apart might actually be good for us?
Thraskin
Right.
just giddy with glee that he's got his blood-soaked carapace right now. He is going to reach out one of his secondary arms and summon a 10-foot tall storm cloud in the air above the entity. Upon doing so, he's going to, at 4th level, call down lightning, which will do 4d10 lightning damage. There will need to be a dexterity saving throw made by the entity. In addition to those 4d10, he is going to use the meta magic that is within him to empower this spell so that he can re-roll up to 3 of the dice as he chooses.
My God.
So, need a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Okay, DC 15 dexterity saving throw. Okay. Rolling that now.
Okay.
Oh, 19 on the die.
Okay. So it's going to take half of whatever damage comes of this.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to re-roll 3 of them. So far it's 8. I'm going to re-roll 3 of them. Oh, let's go. So it'll be 24 lightning damage and then half that, of course.
Okay, so 12.
12 lightning damage.
Okay.
As a lightning bolt shoots out of the storm cloud and slams into the entity, doing 12 lightning damage. Okay, and that is it. But the storm cloud is still there above this creature.
Okay. This thing is finally going to get to take a turn.
After we did some work on him.
Yeah, y'all fucked it up. That was so clutch getting that initiative.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So this thing is going to lumber, blinking in and out of existence, towards Scorblorb and Scrap. And as it gets close, it's going to reach out this inky black psychic tendril and try and wrap it around Scorblorp's throat.
Oh,
It only rolled an 11.
that's a miss.
It missed. And then with its second attack, it's going to unleash a mind blast in a 30-foot cone at you and Scrap. You both must make a DC 16 intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Intelligence is great for me, although little
What
guy
about Scrap?
probably not going to go well for him. All right, let me just roll mine first. That's really close. You said DC 16. I rolled a 16. Whew. Okay, Scrap. Oh, -3. That. Wow, he needs a really high roll. 17 -3 for a 14. Poor Scrap.
That is a fail. Scrap is going to take 32 psychic damage.
Oh my.
And he is stunned for 1 minute.
Sure, okay. Sure, yeah.
You are going to take half, so you will take 6 psychic damage.
That's still a lot. Oh, this thing's really fucky. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm just going to end its turn there, right in front of you and Scrap. And it will be your turn, Scorblord.
Scoreboard looks down at Scrap. He's like, pull yourself together, bud. We gotta get the hell out of here. Man. I'm going to just unload 3 attacks. I'll, whip off the top of Big Berta and go back to Ethel and Lucy. So here we go.
Unload on him.
2 from Ethel. 16 to hit?
That is a miss.
Oh,
That's
no.
not good. Alright, that's a 25.
Loving
That
it,
is
gun.
10 damage.
Okay, so the second attack was a 25 that does 10 damage.
Yeah.
As you hit it, this thing blinks out of existence.
Son of a dick.
Yes.
He goes to shoot Lucy and it just shoots into the empty space. He looks across the room to see how Thraskin's doing. He's like, come on, Scrap. And he goes to start running away and realizes Scrap isn't following him. And it's like, ah! And he comes back over to him. He grabs him. He's like, we gotta go, buddy.
Scrap is able to make the save again, the intelligence save, at the end of y'all's turn.
Okay, sweet.
It is that high one though. It's the
-3.
16. 17.
No, 16. He rolled a 17.
It's the DC 16.
-3.
That's right. DC 16.
Alright, well that's a 9.
So he's stunned.
Man, I thought about using my Flash of Genius. I totally should have for Scrap. I will next time. Wanted to even help this time, so no worries. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Thraskin, you're up. This thing is blinked out of existence, or at least, it has jumped to another plane.
Ain't here no more.
Brought invisibility seeing, and it hasn't worked against either of the invisibility things.
Thraskin is just ecstatic about all the blood on him, and he's just playing his instruments. Just over in the corner.
Okay.
Just
Amazing.
he's jingling his jangle. He's rubbing his tauntaun against the blood on his carapace, and he's just jangling it and thumping it, watching the blood splatter off of it as he thumps on it.
Wow, this is a broken creature. Truly.
Just do what I'm asked. I'm just doing what I'm told.
The initiative is back around, and this thing rematerializes back in front of Scorblorb and Scrap about where he was, and he is going to lash out with a psychic tendril at a stunned Scrap.
Oh no, you're gonna the Scrap.
He rolled a dirty 20. Ooh. It's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to do 12 psychic damage
Okay.
to Scrap. and he's already stunned, so he doesn't need to do anything there. He's going to end his turn. It'll be Scorblorb's turn again, and this thing's in your face again.
Okay. He's trying to work on Scrap, and then Scrap gets smacked as this thing reappears, and he's like, not you again! And he's gonna look up to him and unload again, try to scare him off. So, first shot, 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's 11 damage.
As he takes the 11, he blinks out of existence.
He's like, okay, come on, Scorblorb, get it together. And I would actually like to just like end my turn there so that he can re-roll. But I'm curious, can I use my Bardic Inspiration on Scrap's save?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to use my Flash of Genius and my Inspiration as I'm like, come on, Scrap, and I give him a good hard kick.
Okay.
So it'll be
DC
plus
16.
5 and plus 2, and then minus 3. So get my modifier figured out 4. So my
Plus
modifier is
4.
going to be a plus 4. Oh god, that's still not very good, even with all that. No, I rolled a 9 total. I rolled a 5 on the die.
So he is still
Tragic.
stunned. He's just sitting there.
Come on, you hunk of junk. Oh man, because I really do want Scrap here for the disadvantage on attacks and like. Oh man. Okay, that's my turn.
Thraskin, you're up, but this thing's gone again.
Raskin has started paying attention to what's happening in the room, and he's just like, "What? Where is the big blob thing? It's what made all this glorious blood, and there's no love over there. Scorblorb, my friend's little friend, he loves his friend, and this thing is trying to take away his love." And Thraskin reaches his hands out and he prepares a lightning bolt to emit from his thundercloud the moment that entity reappears.
Love it.
So prepared action on the Call Lightning Storm. So the next thing he sees that thing, he's going to strike it.
Okay, so next up is the entity, and it appears back, this time behind Scorblorb and Scrap, but in the same general vicinity. He's got it out for these guys.
The moment he reappears, Thraskin's lightning bolt strikes into his middle. So that'll be a dexterity saving throw on the entity's part.
Okay.
DC 15.
He's going to use a legendary resistance and change that to a save. So he's going to save automatically.
Okay. So he is going to take, half of 27, so 13 lightning damage. That was a
Okay,
1,
nothing to
9, 8,
sneeze at.
9.
So it's going to use a Mind Blast now in a cone at Scrap and Scorblorb. So I need you guys to make a DC 16 intelligence saving throw.
Okay. I think the reality is, even if Scrap saves, I think he's dead because he's at 11. So I'm actually going to use my Flash of Genius on Scorblorb. Just
Not necessarily,
to make sure.
But Scrap is going to make it at his advantage, right? Because he's stunned.
Yeah. So just all the way around. I'm going to use my Flash of Genius on Scorblorb. So it's plus 5 to whatever this is. So 15 plus 5. So Scorblorb's is a 20. You said it's DC 16, right? I'm glad I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Scraps will be 15 minus 3. So 12. I guess Scrap could have saved. Poor guy. Oh, but it's disadvantage anyways. Either way, he failed.
22 damage and half of that on a save.
Yeah, Scrap had 11. So even if he had saved, it would have been the perfect amount to kill him. So Scrap goes.
No!
Scrap just fizzles. His little eyes just. And he just is like a puppet, paralyzed.
And then it's going to reach a psychic tendril out at you now.
Oh boy.
Oh, 24 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be 11 psychic damage to you. As you hear the scream and moans of agony of the space station crew as this thing lashes out into you with a psychic tendril.
My God.
It is going to end its turn. Next up, Scorblorb. You got this thing basically in the same place all over you again. It just killed your little buddy.
Yeah, he'll just be like, hang in there, Scrap. You'll be all right. And I'm going to cast. Which way do I want to risk that? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk casting invisibility on myself and hope that he doesn't have a way to see me. So, yeah.
Turn your lantern off.
Yeah. It should go invisible with me. It should all go invisible.
Oh.
Okay, invisibility. Oh, because it like reveals invisible people. Yeah, that's a weird. I'll definitely turn that off.
Yeah.
But that is a really funny point.
That's hilarious. Okay, so you went invisible?
Yeah, so I go invisible, and then I'm going to actually get the F out of here and fly back away from this thing, like a ways, like halfway across the room.
Okay. It does not have any kind of true sight or anything to see you, so it does not take an opportunity attack. And
Okay.
it is here with you in the room, finally, for the first time in a long time, Thraskin. But it is way across the room, 60, 65, 60? Yeah.
So Thraskin is going to grin. Insectoid grin of malice. And up plops in his little magical hand, tiny little ember that he yeets across the room with great gusto as it turns into a level 5 fireball.
Fuck yes.
Okay.
Rolling it in Tailspire.
Level 5 fireball.
So that'll be 37 fire damage, but there is a save. Dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
Okay. He rolled low, but he's going to use his last legendary resistance to automatically save.
Okay, so 37, half of that is whatever, 18?
All right. He takes 18,
So 18
damage.
fire damage.
Woo! The whole
There's a bunch of low
side,
dice on there, too.
whole side of the research lab that Scorblorb just left just ignites in a massive fucking fireball right behind Scorblorb, like an action scene.
Yeah, perfect timing to get out of
It
there.
did unfortunately hit Scraps.
No, I
body.
threw it past Scrap's body. His body's untouched by the fire.
I'll repair him. It's just some singed wires.
The axe is going to move toward the thingy. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So the entity is going to move towards you guys. And it's going to chase down Scorblorb. And it's going to reach out with a psychic tendril and try and grab Scorblorb as he jets away. Oh! He got a 12 to hit.
That's a miss. You got an AC 16.
He is going to, as a bonus action, he's going to you see his form just kind of envelop this piece of machinery right here, this weird mechanical piece. And you see this electricity and this energy just absorb into this thing. You're not quite sure what happened, but that's what you guys can see.
What?
Fun.
I don't even understand that.
Yeah, Scorblorb, it's your turn. This thing's right on your tail.
Well, the beauty of my gunner feat is that I can shoot him from right here. So as he's like flying backwards, this thing gets up to him, and he is just gonna be like, "Die, you son of a bitch!" And he is going to. Why is that so weak? That's terrible. I brought this really cool spell called Conjure Barrage that basically shoots a big cone with your weapon, but it's 3d8 damage, and like I could just fire 3 times, and each of those is a d6 plus my modifier, so it's way more damage if I hit with them.
Fascinating.
Yeah, but I guess the cone's huge. It's a 60-foot cone, so if there were a bunch of people,
Oh yeah.
the Conjure Barrage would be awesome.
The other thing
That's what it
too,
should
like
work.
this guy, he can blink out of existence after one hit from your other gun too, though.
That's true. Yeah, whereas I could get all the 3d8 in one move. But no, is what I need to do is, since I know that he can blink out, I'm gonna switch back to Big Berta and hit him with
There you
a
go. There you
water
go.
lightning bolt. Yeah, he's gotta make a dex save.
Okay,
DC
and you know
15.
he's out of legendary resistance.
All right.
Oh
DC
my
15.
gosh. He hit it. 30-15. He rolled a 13, he has
Oh.
+2 dex.
Man, that's crazy because like since it's an item, that's why it's a DC
Ugh.
15. My spell save DC is 18. Anyways, so he's still. I mean, my roll was 33, so like he still takes. Some
Okay,
pretty
he
good
takes half
damage.
that, so he takes 16.
Yeah, 16.
Okay. You want to do anything else?
I was thinking about moving, but I don't know that I'm even going to do that.
Okay, when you hit this thing, as a legendary action, you hear these wails of psychic screams through your ears that causes a maddening sensation, and I need everybody within within 15 feet of me in all directions must make a DC 16 intelligence save.
I think it's just me. 22, baby.
Okay, you actually take no damage and resist this thing.
Oh, good. Scorbler's never been scared in his life. Get out of here, you big hunk of flesh.
All right, next up, Thraskin. On the other side of the room.
Raskin's just over there twitching at this point. He's the blood's starting to dry and get a little sticky in his exoskeleton joints, and he calls down a lightning bolt from his storm cloud that's still hovering in the air. It'll be 4d10. Oh, 26 again. So DC 15 dex saving throw.
All right, he has a +2. He rolled a 5 on the die.
Oh, let's go. 26 lightning damage.
Tell me what it looks like when it kills this thing.
Oh man.
Hell
It's-
yeah.
Yeah, you know when you've seen like the Thor and the Marvel movies, when a lightning bolt just erupts out of this storm cloud and just pierces straight into this thing, and then just a cacophonous eruption of thunder just freaking splatters the thing everywhere in this room.
This thing starts to materialize kind of just into all the body parts of the ship members that you found, and body parts begin to fly across the room, and blood and guts coat everything in the room, especially Scorblorb, who's like 2 feet away. And the black inky ooze itself just kind of shrinks down to a little fist-size amoeba-like orb, similar to the one on your hologram from your transmission.
Scorble will stand there for like a second, and then immediately grab a little beaker and put it over it.
Braskin just is still over here in the corner, and he just starts playing the song of his people. He's just spinning around, dancing, playing his music.
You're gonna have to tell us a
Just-
little bit what it
just
sounds like. Give
shitting.
us a couple bars.
Oh, it sounds like
bars.
this. I'll tell you exactly what it sounds like. So as he's playing the song of his people,
I'm
it's
scared.
really clanking, rattling, and thumping. Just nonsense. No rhythm that a regular humanoid would be able to hear. And he's singing at the top of his lungs. He's going.
Your poor family. IRL.
Dear holy mother. That was a treat. I feel honored.
because I was
Frankly,
cackling so hard.
I feel honored. Sam feels honored. Scorblorb feels honored. The entity should be honored. Here, I thought I was putting in some serious effort to maintain Scorblorb's voice, but
You guys
Wow.
are able to find all of the artifacts around the room. The strangeness in the station is seemingly stopped as far as the strange mechanical issues. It seems that this thing had embedded itself into the station itself. What it was after, power, blood, guts, body parts, who knows? You guys have never seen an entity like this.
it had symbioted itself.
Probably how it ended up on your recovery mission. So you guys make it out in plenty of time. If you remember, Captain Maldine had given you 2 hours. Y'all didn't even take a short rest. So you were here
Yeah,
probably an hour maybe with all the fights and kind of the in-between, but plenty of times. So y'all come strolling out covered in blood and guts. I think I see them. They did it. Look, they're out.
Scorblorb installed like a little makeshift windshield wiper on his visor. Instead of like wiping it off with a rag, he like quickly like fashioned a little thing to be like. So it's just like running every couple seconds. It'll just. At this point, it's all dried. It's just scraping across. I did repair Scrap. I had a spell slot.
Nice. So you repair Scrap. You guys make it out. They drop down a old rope ladder, and you climb aboard the Lost Sailor as 2 official new scavengers.
Scorblorb could not be more delighted to be a pirate once more.
Hell yeah, and that's what we're going to call it. Man, that was awesome. Thank you for joining us on this 2-part one-shot, the Halloween Spooktacular 2024 in space. Hey, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/lootdummies. We're going to have a special episode of our show called Dumbing It Down, talking about this one-shot that we filmed right after we finished recording. So you can get our live reactions, all of our character ideas, things that we wish we would have done differently, that sort of thing. Check that out as some extra content, along with an all-new campaign called The Primal Lands of Emotria, featuring myself, Taylor, Seth, and Sam, and some other goodies, including 3D printed minis that will mail to your house. Patreon.com/lootdummies. Thank you, and have a spooktacular Halloween.